Om Namah Shivaya. Repeat after me. Repeat after me. I do not share my focus on more than one thing in a one time. I do not freak out, as freaking out is the conditioning. As freaking out is the conditioning of human mind, a very harmful conditioning. The moment you freak out, you make the situation which is already worse, yeah? You understand why I'm saying to you? No? Will make you understand. The moment शक्ति दे बाबा, स्टार्ट की है वीडियो तेरे लिए, अब शक्ति दे, डुअलिटी ना दे, आज इसको खत्म करने का है, वो देख लिया, शक्ति दे बाबा, शक्ति, डुअलिटी ना दे. The moment you freak out, if you understand, you do not freak out. If you can learn to freak out, if you can learn to freak out, you can unlearn. If you can learn to freak out, you can unlearn to freak out. If you can learn to think, you can unlearn to think. If you can learn to freak out, if you can learn to become anxious before even a situation arises. That's why you keep coming back over and over and over in the same circumstances. Some of you have become so dull. Some of you have become so dull. Excuse me. Some of you have become so used to of anxiety. Some of you have become so used to of anxiety. Some of you have become so used to being scared. Some of you have become so used to living a life of paranoia, living a life of attachment, that you have no idea that how many times you came back in the same circumstances, just about the same demographics. I hope you understand English. And just about the same circumstances. It's all the same, only the name would change. Have you heard the Bon Jovi song, John Bon Jovi song? Dead or Alive? The reason I mentioned it's a brilliant song. I love that song. But that's not the point. The point is, it's all the same, only the name would change, if you understand. It's all the same. Only the name would change every day. Anyway, I'm not here to sing his song, even though I would love to. Since I'm transiting, I'm going, I am not in a hurry. I know very, very, very soon. And I also imagine the human, imagine the being who knows already that what was expected from him, he has done it. You see, you go to be a doctor. Just pay attention. Just pay attention, keep your focus intact to the sound of my voice. In the end, everything would make sense to you. When somebody wrote me, I miss you. Come on, it's been 3 days. Come on, give us something to hear. The storyteller. I answered this person politely. I said, you humans, I know human. I am no human. I am, again, underline this, I am no human. But I told this, I said, you human, you look at me as a way to entertain you. If I didn't speak a single word, and if I just sat here in the state of meditation, my body solely, if you understand, my body, my body solely is enough. If you understand, my body solely is enough to entertain you. If I just sat here silent, if you understand, if I just sat here quiet and silent, my body is enough to entertain you. Or if I sat here silent and quiet and you came and joined here, and I would make the situation 100 times more potent and powerful makes no difference whether you are watching me online or you are watching me in person, but you don't have the guts. But every single human is very capable of it. Okay, so just keep your focus intact to the sound, if you understand. Just just keep your focus intact to the very sound of my voice, and then you would understand the gist. That's all you gotta do. So I told this person, yeah, this fella, he said that we have not. It's been, come on, it's been 3 days, this and that and that. Okay, if you want to be entertained, go to my OnlyFans. Here is the link. In the story, I just published the link. If you want to be entertained, there are numerous and countless videos over there that you would find way more entertaining than this one. And you would come to realize, you would come to see another lover part of me. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's Michael Jackson, by the way. But anyway, you would see another aspect, you would see another part, you would see another aspect, and you would see another part that you never saw of me before, that you never imagined existed, never imagined, you see, existed. You would see a new yes. You would see a new yes. Not Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara always remains the same. But you would see a new yes. You have to be an adult, if you understand. You have to be 18 plus or 21 plus, depending on the vicinity of your geographic, if you understand. 18, adult, okay? And then you can go and see those, that the aspect of me that you thought never existed. I never claim to be divine. You gotta do what you gotta do to get by. It's very, very, very simple. You understand what I'm saying to you? Until unless you have the guts to shelter me and feed me while half of my body is dead, it has been resonated through you. It has gone and it has sunk through your thick skull that I am half dead. Both of my legs are not working. These both legs are not functioning more than a few minutes, if you understand that. So I gotta get by. I gotta feed myself. It's very simple. Anyway, so I told this person, I said, if you want to be entertained, go to my you OnlyFans. Here is the link also on my page, on my story, and on my page. Click on that link, okay? If you are an adult, if you are over 18 or over 21, if you are an adult, click on that link and subscribe. Only adults, no minors, strictly. Okay, so entertainment is over there, you see, and this is no entertainment. When I am talking to you here, I am one with the source of creation. I am merged. I am intercoast. I am in communion with divinity. I am in communion with sacred. Where there is no where there is no fear, where there is no duality. If there was fear, if there was duality, I wouldn't be able to speak these words. You see, and people say we cannot do that. You cannot do that because you perceive, you have made yourself so receptive, you are so fertile for the concepts, for the ideas. You are so fertile for the concepts. You are so fertile for the ideas. You are so fertile for the theories. You are you are so fertile of perceiving everything and anything from the mind of humanity. You suffer and then you become used to it. You say, no, I like the way it is. You see, um, I was working for a bookstore a while back, if you understand. In that bookstore, there was this guy. I forgot his name. I don't know what his name was. Anyway, it's not important. and he was having this conversation. He was a homosexual man, a gay man, and I really liked him because he had good energy and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And of course, I am pro LGBTQ. I am pro humanity. I am pro black. I am pro white. I'm pro brown. I'm pro humanity. What I'm not pro is the mind of humanity. Human is the victim. You see, in this exercise, in this practice of Advaita, we don't subscribe, make no mistake, we are not interested in the human. It may come across very cold, it may come across very cold shoulder or anything like that. We do not subscribe here, no importance to human. What makes you a human? You see, what makes you a human makes you feeble. Understand that. What makes you a human makes you feeble, because then you think like a human, you act like a human, you follow the humanity, you do this, you never challenge, you become a human. Such the tremendous possibility, immense possibility, where there is a no boundary. That's what your real existence is, limitless, has confined and barricaded, huh? You become barricaded, you get super excited, huh? Is that what your game is? You love to hear the word barricade. Is this how you get excited from your chakra? The mouthful words, huh? You get super excited when you hear the mouthful words. Something tingles between your legs, maybe your zero tingles, gets excited, huh? Maybe your one. Is that what your game is? Anyway, so you become slave and receptive, total slave to the gateway for devil and demon. You never question yourself if it is being handed over. Then you say that it's okay, I like it the way it is. Anyway, that bookstore, that fella, he was telling somebody anxiety 24/7, 7 days a week. We just learned to live with it. And I became serious. I looked at him and I said, no. I said, no. I said, don't say that. You are saying it because you he had a lot of knowledge about authors. Obviously, we were working in a bookstore. He had, Connor was his name. Anyway, it's not important because there are tremendous and numerous and trillion Connors. Anyway, you gotta be that way. You see, book, knowledge, 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 and knowledge. That's all. If I say, what is this? You would say it's a praying bead. But truth of the matter, it's no praying bead. You say it's a praying bead, I agree to the meaning, it becomes a praying bead. If I say, what is this object in this bottle? You see, you would say it's water. Truth of the matter is, you do not know what it is. You see, you call it water, I call it water, it becomes water. Just like that, you call yourself human, I agree to the meanings, you become a human. But with human, you become the slave of the mind of humanity. We will get to a lot of things today, because I woke up around 2:30 in the morning. 2:30 in the morning. Around 3:30, around 3 o'clock, I went into a state of meditation. From there, I actually slipped into this state of samadhi, where I stayed for almost 2.5 hours, if you understand. And I brought all this up. And I said, our commitment is a commitment lover, meaning Brahman, the sacred, the divinity. And I said, our commitment is a commitment lover. Do not give me any type of disability. The next thing we know, I have a heart attack and both my eyes are gone, but I am still living. No. I said, I have done what you asked me to do. And for one, I have done what I asked myself, because myself and you are the same. I said, no, do not play games with me, do not betray me. You see, when the breaths are over, I come straight home. I do not linger around. I'm not giving no second chances. This is not the place for second chance. This is the place for first and last chance. I'm going to go ahead and light now a candle under your as humans. If you understand, I am. Sometimes there is no easy way. Sometimes there is no polite word. Sometimes there is no easy way, sometimes there is no polite word. Some we have learned to cater each other feelings for thousands and thousands of years. We don't want to be politically incorrect. We have accepted our misery as normal, and then we produce more misery and more misery. That's the course of the nature. You produce, if from energy you produce more energy, more, whichever the direction you turn this energy, whichever the direction, it would go in that direction. From energy you produce more and more energy, but what kind of energy is there that you are producing? If you are banking and depositing that kind of negative energy, the doubts, the dualities, creating left and right, and then you want to be happy, this is a ball from where you grab the rubber band. Remember the metaphor of rubber band and the rubber band ball. I hope my voice is clear enough for you. I hope I hope my voice is clear enough for you. I hope my eyes are clear enough for you. When you look into my eyes, what do you see? What do you see? Do you see something? We'll get to that. Today's serious business, you know. Ganapati Papa, Mama Puriya. All right, moving on. You pull the rubber band from the rubber band ball. All these rubber bands are made of the same sheet of rubber. You understand what the saying is here in America, or in all those countries, specifically Britain and maybe in America. Oh, we are the same pieces of the same fabric. We are the pieces. We are the pieces of the same. we are the we are the pieces of the same fabric. You know, we are the pieces. The fabric basically came from the same cloth. The fabric basically, we are the pieces that came from the same lot. You see, that's, we are the pieces that came from the same lot. You see, just like that, the rubber band ball is made out of numerous rubber bands. And all those numerous rubber bands came out or came off the same piece of rubber, if you understand. And all that basically came off, all those rubber bands basically came off the same huge big lot of rubber. You see, now I am elaborating, I'm going into so much detail. The more I have focus, the more mind of humanity would go nuts. Because what I am saying right now is my will. You know, you are your will. You are nothing but your will. You understand? We'll get to that either. You pull or try to separate one rubber band from the rubber band ball. You see, it's made out of. So whatever you perceive from it, most of the time is duality. Whatever you perceive from it most of the time is contamination, is poison. It's a scheme that you have not learned to let go, if you understand. A scheme that you have not learned to let go. A scheme that you are scheming to get even. You see, you are scheming to get even. That's what a scheme is. You wouldn't let go, you would create hell around you. This is what the mind of humanity. Now, a few days back here, now imagine the counterparts of the demon. Here, a few days back, not long ago, there was this person, some woman, I don't know, Salem or name is not important. A really ignorant person, illiterate, who does not know the real connotation. One symbol, one sign could have numerous connotations. Hitler was the face of devil, you see, and I condemn. He would be condemned still in hell the way he was. We have nothing to do. He stole our sign, the sign which was prominent in India for one, and then in spiritual circles, some in China and some in Africa, the sign of swastika. It went around. It shows basically. It shows. It shows. It represents. It represents the intensity. It represents the intensity and the magnitude of prana, the higher life energy encompassed in a human that is carrying extremely high prana. That's not everyone can also, if used correctly on the forehead, a person who is a spiritual fanatic, if I may use such a term. It's funny. Puts that. So this idiot, I don't know if you are a Jew or whatever your game is, I do not care. But look, there could be, always remember, there could be numerous connotations of one sign. So instead of jumping into the bandwagon and criticize, in this world that you understand, there are counterparts of demon. These people, they look like human, you see, human and demon. It's not about the form, it's about the state of the being. Please understand that human and being or any type is not a being human. It's not about the physical feature. That's what I am saying. It's not about the physical feature. Like in religion, they would portray, in religions, they portray human. Then in religion, they portray angels. Then in religions, they portray, in the storybooks, in fiction books, they portray demon. This is nothing but the content of what you have made out of yourself. This is pure wisdom. So it can take any shape, it can take any form. There are numerous around you. Do not fall for them. They would penetrate doubt in you. So this person commented on that post. It's some nasty, and then I put that person back to their place because I recognize as the counterpart of the demon. Most of you humans are not receptive. You cannot see things that I see. And I also see things that you cannot see. And I also can see things that you see. Because I have made myself willingly like that. It only happens when you make yourself willingly. It's very, 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 very simple. You have to have a will. Thy will be done. You have to have a will and thy will be done. You have to have the quest. So this person tried to penetrate an idea. First that. And then this person says, when I put this person back to her place, then this person says, I would be really careful. Careful of what? I would be really careful. Careful carrying my heritage. Careful carrying my language, Sanskrit, Vedic Sanskrit. Careful of what? What are you careful? Who is going to stop me when I am representing my heritage, my color? I'm taking pride on where I came from. Would you? No, you wouldn't. You cannot. Even law allows me to practice and project. There is no stopping me. No, I'm not breaking anything in my surroundings. You see, I know what I'm doing. So you don't even hold a candle in front of me, and I can know that you are the scum of eternity that is here to penetrate doubt in my mind and others. So I'm not careful. No, I know what I do. I know when to do it. I know why. I know it's effect, and I also know its cause. So don't try. I dare you to try me to penetrate. I know you counterparts. First, you are the counterpart of the demon, then demon itself, and then it goes to Lucifer. You understand? I don't fall for that. Watch out for people who try to penetrate an idea, self doubt, people who do not do meditation on the regular basis, people who do not take the right measures, people who perceive from the mind of humanity, people who perceive from the people who are always scared that somebody can hurt them as they think they are their body and they are their mind, are a very fertile ground who cast spells on you. I have seen numerous people died in the result of being cast the spell by others, and they were spiritually weak. You understand? I tell you, I give you an example. A person, a demented person, a person who's the counterpart of the demon, it can take any form, it's a human form, or demon itself, or devil, mean the negative, the meaning nothing good comes out of it, you see, comes in your vicinity. And imagine if you are spiritually weak, you are the one who is away from spirituality, you are the one who is away from reality, you are the one who says this is it. If you think this is it, you would always remain scared because you would try to do all type of chaos and hanky panky because you want to just get the pleasure, the heck out of the pleasure in this lifetime and lifetime only, because you believe we only live once, which is the biggest lie that there is. But it's your life. I cannot tell you how to live your life. I can just give you the option. What you do with that knowledge or wisdom is your business, not mine. You see, my business is done anyway. I'm just giving you extra. I'm on overtime, if you understand. Duality, Nade Baba Sakti De. Anyway, so what happens basically that the time, so that person who is weak and away, and an example would be an atheist person. That's the weakest. The second example would be the person who lives in the mind of humanity. I don't live in the mind of humanity. There is not a chance any spell you go as far as you can go. I have made myself so strong that no matter what you cast at me wouldn't work. As a matter of fact, I would reverse it on you. It's a promise. I do not make the claims I cannot keep. I promise you that. Anyway, moving on. So what happens? What happens if somebody comes to you and imagine you do not do and you are the slave of the either mind of humanity, and somebody tells you that your face looks like the person, I used to know a person, and you are overwhelmed by this person, and he says your face looks like the person who is going to develop the blood cancer in less than 1 year. I see the signs on your face that you are I see the signs on your face that you are going to develop blood cancer. I see the signs on your face, you see. I can promise my breathing right now, in less than 1 year, you would develop cancer, blood cancer. You know why? Because you have accepted what this person said. Once it goes by, if you have accepted, and the reason you have accepted, because you are low self-esteem, your self-esteem is not up, you think that you are weak, and this person is telling me the truth, you accept it, it becomes yours in less than, if you understand, in less than 1 year you would become a patient of blood cancer. I can bet my breathing. I'm trying to light a candle, you see. You know where the location is. Anyway, moving on. So that's number one. Make yourself spiritually strong. You see, come out of the illusion and make yourself spiritually strong. Do meditation, fundamental meditation, do breathing exercise. If this is what you want to call invest. If you are reluctant to use the word meditation, if you think meditation is something, I don't know, ignorance, and ignorance. Anyway, then use breathing exercise, but it makes no difference to us Gyanis, the yogis, the yoga masters, the scary people. You see this? The scary people, the wise people. Sometimes it takes a beast to kill one. That's why we look scary. We can manifest our fear in front of it. Just depends whatever the shape and form we are going to take. You won't understand all this because you have not made yourself available. You see, you perceive from the mind of humanity. So you complain, isn't it? That was number one. Make yourself spiritually strong. Okay, you complain. I deserve respect. What have you done that you think that you deserve respect? What have you done that you think that you deserve good people? What have you done that you think that you deserve good vibes? You know, China would just make just about anything, you know, which gives money. It's all about money. China is making the t-shirts now. What t-shirts are saying? I understand it's the first largest population, isn't it? And second is us, Indians. But first is China, second largest population. So they gotta feed their hungry belly, if you understand. They gotta feed. So they are good in production, you see. And now they penetrate the idea good vibes only. One third, one means minority and third means majority. So one third, not I'm not talking about one. When I say one third, I'm not talking about one. I'm talking about third, which is the majority. One third of you humans are gullible. You have no clarity. You understand? You have no clarity. Zero clarity. You are gullible. Somebody tells you something, you believe it like a child. You are like a sponge. You see, we throw you on a liquid, you absorb everything. You do not have no problem whether you are absorbing lie or you are absorbing truth. As my mentor, look at my eyes, they are still closed. I do not read scripts. As my mentor, Don Miguel Ruiz, says in his book, Four Agreements, only having the knowledge makes humans safe. It matters not whether the knowledge is true or it's a lie. It's a brilliant statement. Look at yourself and you would find yourself there too. Anyway, moving on. So, you want respect? Who has told you you are going to get respect? Yeah, you can subjugate somebody, God forbid me. If like in previous centuries, people subjugated others because they were living in an illusion that others are inferior just because they have a different color. In this very country, people were subjugated on this nonsense. In India, in Africa, in numerous countries, just because somebody thought my color is superior. Can you imagine where you are standing? Do you understand what I'm saying to you or no? So, yeah, evil like that happens. I just gave you an example. You understand that? So, you deserve you want respect, Yes, you can subjugate somebody, you think you are superior, but still you are not gaining the respect. Respect is not something that you can demand. Open your ears and listen to me. Listen up. Respect is not something that you can demand. Otherwise, if the person has the same strengths, probably gonna smack the heck out of you and say, "Get the fuck away from me." It's very simple. Isn't it how you humans communicate with each other? Respect is something that you cannot demand, if you understand, my dear, my follower, my lover. Oh, lover, oh, lover, lover, oh, lover, oh, lover. Anyway, so respect is not something that you can demand. Respect is unnatural, you see. If I have a mind frame in my mind, today I'm not going to get the poison, duality, contamination, resentment and all that from the mind of humanity. If I just make this covenant, this agreement to myself, no matter how many troublesome or unpleasant situation there comes in my way, no matter how troublesome situation or unpleasant situation comes in my way, I'm not going to give into, I'm not going to give the reaction. I'm not going to escape. Then when you step outside of your home, you would remain pleasant. Even the other situations are not going to have an impact. Then you go, you are pleasant. Other would see you pleasant. Pleasantness is increasing. If you understand, pleasantness is increasing. And you would earn respect here automatically, naturally, without even asking, you see. But now you live in a mind frame where you say, why should I be polite first? Why should I be loving first? Why should I be doing the right thing? Why should I be the one? Then you would always remain where you are, because each one of you has the same mind frame, you see. Then the problem is not going. Martin Luther King, if you understand, Martin Luther King said, Dr. King said, darkness cannot be driven away with darkness. Are you following me? Listen up. Darkness cannot be driven away from darkness. If you need to drive darkness away, the darkness of ignorance, that's what I meant, or he meant, then you need to light a candle, if you understand, and the darkness is gone. The moment you bring the light, the darkness is gone. If you are thinking to drive the darkness away with darkness, is it going to happen? That's all I'm saying. If you have a mind frame, no, I deserve respect. First of all, you deserve nothing. You understand? I heard somebody said, I heard that the older you become, the wiser you become. Are you out of your mind? Is that what your case is? No matter how old are you, no matter how old are you, maybe you are 60-year-old, maybe you are 70-year-old, maybe you are 80, 85. You cannot get no respect from me just because you are older. You didn't do anything. Nature is the course of nature. You are carrying, you didn't do anything special. That's what I'm saying to you. It's the course of nature. You see, it has the same impact on everybody. It would have the same impact on a dictator and a murderer and a rapist, on Muhammad. It would have the same impact on the face of evil Hitler. And it would have the same impact on Mahatma Gandhi or Martin Luther King or Mother Teresa, as far as the body, as far as the physique. First, the skin is young, then skin gets wrinkled. What is going on here? Nothing. You just time is just time. As Shri Krishna says, Kalosmi, Kalosmi. I am time. Time itself creates and time itself kills. So it's just time, isn't it? It's just time. It's very simple. It's time passing by through you. And you are, so just because you became 60, 70, 80, 100 years old, do you think you deserve any respect from me? What have you done to bring clarity? What effort have you put to make the change in yourself when you are suffering, when you are in doubt that if I go out, something may happen? When you arrive at work, a thought comes into play. I wonder if I closed or locked the door. I wonder if they opened that and got my mails. I wonder if somebody steals this and that. I forgot that. I wonder if I locked my car. What is all this nonsense? Where it is coming from? Isn't it happened to you? You do not talk to other people because you don't want to be embarrassed. But what exactly you are trying to protect? There is nothing yours, including your body. When you acquire that kind of mind frame, you become wiser. You see, you do not even have no control. I wouldn't say control. Let's look at a more refined way. You don't even have no command, no ownership on your body. So what exactly you are scared of? Somebody steals, okay, steals. Nothing was yours to begin with. When you acquire that kind of mind frame, you become fearless. That's what I'm saying. You let go of doubt. But no, you learn to live with misery. When you learn to live with misery, you produce more misery. You know that. It's very simple. When you learn to live with duality, you produce more duality. Where it is all going? It's coming from somewhere. You you magnify it, you amplify it, and you deposit into the same box where it came from. And what it all this duality, fear, scheming, racism, prejudice, stealing each other's stuff, this and that. That's all it is. Keep meditating. I'm not gonna let you off the hook today. And if I don't let you off the hook, you are not off the hook. Keep that in mind. It's very simple. I'll be right back. ओ ब्राह्मा, ओ योगेश्वर, मेरे को शक्ति दे बाबा, शक्ति दे. अरे गणपति पप्पा मामा पोरेया गणपति पप्पा मामा पोरेया गणपति पप्पा मामा पोरेया. So what exactly you are so scared? What you are trying to protect? A little bit of money. How far can you go? What one day could be tomorrow, could be today even. We gotta leave all this. What survives, that's where your focus should be. Anyway. So this is, you perceive from there, you perceive duality, you perceive from there, you perceive from there, you perceive duality, you perceive from there, you perceive self-doubt. What if you perceive from there, you perceive resentment, you perceive from there, you perceive prejudice, you perceive from there, you perceive. You know why you are perceiving so much negativity? Have you ever wondered about that? You are perceiving so much negativity because this is highly domineering. If you understand, this is all there is over there. Do you understand? Highly domineering. For the most part, this is all there is there. You perceive from there, you magnify it, you multiply it, you amplify it, and you deposit that back. Now, the person who is trying to do the right thing also perceive from there, because this person is also present in this karma. I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. You need to have your focus intact, you see, and then you would know what I am saying. Sometime, not all the time, but half of the time, some of the people they have said to me, since we started doing meditation every day, since we started doing karma yoga every day, our focus is vibrant. Our focus is more concrete. I said, of course. So they have less problem understanding me. But the focus which is haywire, sitting here thinking about what if I forgot to turn the oven off, you see, then your focus, and then one, you board on one thought, you board on the entire universe, meaning entire mind of humanity. Then there is no freedom. When you listen to me, you must be absolutely present, physically and mentally. You see, somebody said, yes, I am almost present. I said, almost is not good enough, son. And that person was 60 years of age, if you understand. And I said, almost is not good enough, son. I want you 101% with me. 101%. Almost is not good enough. Don't tell me almost. You see, almost is not good enough for me. Anyway. So this is why and the person who is trying to do the right thing is still in the mind of perceiving, is still in the mind of from humanity. And that person is basically paying the price of you having no clarity. You see, if you do not have clarity, this is all you can deposit: duality, fear, obsession, OCD, paranoia, schizophrenia. These are the impurities of the soul. If you do not have clarity, this is all you would live in many lifetimes. Choice is yours. You can work on yourself right now, which is the time, or you can keep going as you are going. Choice is yours. It's very simple. I'm not telling you rocket science. Anyway. So that person, like I know few people here. I know there are numerous good people, and I know them by name. Some of them I have never met physically, but I know the band, I know the bond, I know the band, and I know the bond with them, if you understand. I formed the band and I formed the bonds in the previous lifetime. I know them by name. They are prominent here. Them are the one who, I would give you even the clue, them are the one who even show interest as far as liking, commenting, or anything. And there are some who are still as close, but they are shy. They don't know what to make of me. So they refrain. But I know everything there is to know. Anyway, moving on. So what happens? That person becomes the victim of you being unaware, if you understand, because that's what you would deposit, but this person is trying to get away from there. Now, your job is to become more aware. Your job, this is your duty, more aware that what is going on. And when you become more aware, you would produce goodness. When you become more aware, there would be clarity. When you become more aware, you would get rid of the fear. When you become more aware, you would get rid of self-doubt. When you become more aware, you would get rid of duality. When you become more aware, you would get rid of resentment. When you become more aware, you would get rid of fear. And all that, and so forth, and so on. You see, you become more aware. And then this is what you would deposit. This is why, and this is how, I hope you were following every word, you would claim your paradise lost. This is the paradise that you have lost. You understand? Somebody said to me, yes, when we die, do we go to paradise? I said, what is the assurity? You understand? what is the assurity? Is there any evidence? I said I am going to answer your question with a question. You understand? Sometimes it's better to answer a question with a question in order to elaborate. Somebody said, yes, when we die, are we going to go to paradise? You see. And I said, where is the claim, or where is the proof of, or where is the very evidence that you are already not in paradise and messing it up? And the person was like, what? I said, let me repeat the question. I said, where is the evidence that you are already not in the paradise and messing it up? How do you mess it up? You mess it up with fear. You mess it up with duality. You mess it up with scheming against your fellow humans. You mess it up by hating each other. You mess it up by taking pride on things which don't really matter. You're messing it up. But if you do not mess it up, on the contrary, if you take charge of yourself, that's all you gotta do, pal. You do not have to change the world or go on to Pluto or Moon or Mercury. You see, you gotta take charge of yourself. Once you take charge of yourself, once you have more clarity, once you have more transparency of things, if you understand, fella. I said, once you have transparency of things, and then you automatically and naturally you would produce goodness. It's not that you have to go to a medical school to learn how to produce goodness, or you gotta go to places of worship, or you gotta go to synagogue, or you gotta go to mosque or shul or churches. It's natural. Are you putting any extraordinary effort right now? If I ask you a question, are you putting any extraordinary effort right now to simply be? It's a very simple question. Even a kindergarten child can answer that question. If the kindergarten child only ponder for a minute or two, are you putting, let me ask the question again, slow. Are you putting any type of extraordinary effort simply to be? Are you putting any extraordinary effort simply to breathe? Is your heart putting any extraordinary effort, or your heart has to go to a cardiac school in order to learn how to beat? These are questions that I'm asking. No, that's the answer, isn't it? You are not putting any extraordinary effort simply to be. You are not putting any, your heart does not have to go to a medical school, university, Harvard, Oxford, so on and so forth, in order to learn how to beat. Or you do not have to go and learn how to breathe. But there are so many things just by being, it's already happening. Very simple. I'm elaborating, I'm breaking it down, I'm dismantling it in a way that there remains no confusion. You understand that what I'm saying? There remains no confusion. So you can see clearly, no, you are not. Just like that, when you have clarity, when you do meditation every day, when you perform karma yoga every day, when you have clarity, it's very simple. You would produce only goodness. And then when you deposit that goodness, each one of you, as Gandhi said, become the change, if you understand. As Gandhi said, become the change you wish to see in the world, if you know. So become the change. Do not sit around and criticize, just like that woman who was criticizing if I had an effin. Swastika is our spiritual sign from Vedic Sanskrit. So don't be ignorant. You understand? I know you are the counterpart of the demon, and I know it very well. I know when you attack on humans, innocent humans, and you penetrate doubt in them, they will fall for you. But me falling for you is impossible. It would never happen. You can try over and over. You can live numerous lifetimes, because you do not have any idea of my potency. You do not have any idea what I encompass and what I really am. You don't even know that. Anyway, so then only goodness, when you produce goodness, goodness would, and that's your job. That's your role that you gotta play. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta bring clarity. Then you gotta lead others. You create one happy, healthy human. You create one happy, healthy society. You understand, and then you create one happy, healthy globe. It always starts from the individual. So become the change you wish to see in the world, as Bapu Gandhi said. You understand? Do not wait for people and criticize them. Oh, this, I wish this should be like that. Oh, yeah, I see people, most of you humans are like that anyway. That's why I feel so suffocated among you. But it's okay. I'm not complaining. I'm doing something about it. I'm not complaining. I'm doing something about what are you doing? That's the question, isn't it? Numerous people criticize me, no problem. I am no human. I do not perceive like you. I do not think like you. I do not react like you. I don't even look like you. You see, I was here maybe to learn something, some of the things that you wouldn't know and I would never tell, that would go with me. Anyway, so these things. The second, bring clarity in you. Do not criticize. I see most of you humans are criticizing and complaining. You see, it's raining, you are complaining. It's raining, you are complaining. Right now, it's beautiful. It's staying beautiful. I love you, Brahman. I love you, Baba. I love you, Mother. I love you, Kali Mata. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. It's staying exactly the way I want it to stay. Last numerous days. Maybe because I'm transiting. Maybe it's kind of gratitude from cosmos to me. You know, it's raining, you complain. It's hot, you complain. It's you are you got late, you complain. You didn't get late, you complain. You are single, you complain. You have family, you complain. You have a partner, you complain. You are gay, you complain. You are straight, you complain. You complain. You are rich, you complain. You are poor, homeless, you complain. Um, if you complain just about anything and everything, you are the one who needs to get this straight. Very, you are the one who needs to get get it straight. You are the one who need to get it straight as soon as humanly possible, because life, as you know, your physical body and mind is very short, my friend, and you do not even know when you are dropping it. People go like this. Do not live an illusion. I have seen people walk in, drop in dead, heart failure. Do not live in any, Gautama Buddha, Gautama Siddhartha, Gautama Buddha, Gautama Siddhartha, Gautama Buddha, the enlightened, which is the part of the light now, which is the part of the light, the Gautama, the enlightened. He said, you think it means you humans. He said, Shakti, he said, you think like you humans. You think you, in double quotation or single quotation, you think in double quotation or single quotation, you have time. You live in an illusion. You have no time. The time to be happy, the time to take charge of yourself, and the time to be happy, time to take charge of yourself, and then as soon as you have taken the charge, you have become balanced. Spread it around. That's your job. You see, that's your job. That's my job. That's everyone's job. So we don't have time. We need to take charge ourselves right now. Do not sit and criticize others. Just do something about you. Because the very evidence, if you are criticizing others, showing me you are spiritually weak. You complain about your surroundings. You complain about neighbors. You complain about noise. You complain about just about anything. Oh, trees, even forest. You complain about grass. You complain about weather, climate. Okay, well, everything was here. You understand, my seers, my followers, my loved ones, my listeners, basically, everything was here when we arrived. Isn't it what your experience is? Everything was here when we arrived. Isn't it what your experience is? Everything. And if it is not in your way, please understand what I'm saying. Follow me. If it is not in the way, if it is not either in your way, the way you want it, or it is not in the way you want it, if you understand either way, go ahead and do it yourself. You see, I'm telling you. You think you complain just about anything. It means if you are complaining about the creation as you, and it is manifesting and you are perceiving it, it means you are complaining about the one which made it. Isn't it? Isn't what you're complaining? You are insinuating that the one who created, that you understand as God, didn't do a good job. Isn't it what you are saying, in other words? Is that a fact or it's not a fact? You are complaining as how the creation is manifesting. You are complaining about the one who is manifesting the creation, that you understand. Source of creation, isn't it? Isn't it source of creation what your tiny little mind of humanity understand as God? Isn't it? So you are complaining that God didn't do a really good job as far as creating all that. Isn't it what you are complaining about? So go ahead and you do it. Isn't it? Instead of complaining, I'm asking a very simple thing. I'm saying that please go ahead. Please go ahead and do it yourself. You see, let us see how far you can go. I mean, go if it is not in the way you are complaining just about everything, then go ahead and create it from out of nowhere, create it out of nowhere, and let us see how far you can go. Be practical. Do not just run your mouth, your filthy mouth of humanity that you have grown on your face, your filthy mind of humanity. Do not just run it. You see, there is so far you can go with that. Do not just run it. Be practical. Say, okay, I am complaining. What I can do to change that? You complain, people are not loving each other. You complain, good. It's really hard to find good people. What goodness you have put around you? I'm asking you a question. Have you? You would only receive what you put around. Very simple. You want goodness, you need to put goodness around you. It's very simple. You would only receive what goes around, it comes around. Whatever you sow, so shall you reap. I cannot emphasize enough, you see, that it's very, very simple. Be aware. I do not know. It might be my last retreat. I have no problem with that. I am looking forward. Every meditation, every kriya, I am saying, is there anything left? Today, what I said, that was left. Now, what can be done about all that I said? Nothing. Do not worry about others. Do not judge them. Do not look at them and do not judge them. That they are not manifesting in the way you want them to manifest. If you understand, you have no control on this. You would never have no control on it. You know why? Because you do not exist separately. That's why you would never have no control. You live in an illusion that you exist separately. Yes, you have a free will. We have talked about that. Go on my YouTube 250 videos and Instagram and watch that and bring clarity. So what is the gist? Gist is, my friend, there is nothing. You are not here to change anybody. You are, except if you disagree. Oh, how this person talks. What? Okay, you judge the heck out of that person. You still are miserable. People still do not like you. Nobody likes you. And people still try to ignore you, this and that. These are the serious problems. Are you doing anything about that? Judging somebody on the behalf of whatsoever the abstract concepts that you humans have learned, is it going to change anything? Is it going to take all the misery and all the problems on those bases that you are judging somebody? Is it going to take misery out of your life? Is it practical? Is it practical? Ask these questions, audit yourself, audit, and if needed, then edit. Okay? Do not worry about changing others. Do not worry about that. I want this man or I want this woman to be in a certain way. No, do not do this, please. Okay? Just look at yourself. You need to ask these questions. Am I happy with my life? Am I in a state of compulsion? Am I contented? Okay. What kind of, if all this is yes, do I meditate every day? Do I perform meditation? Am I performing meditation every day? Am I performing righteousness and wisdom? You see, and wisdom around me. Am I spreading the words of truth and wisdom around me? What role I am playing in basically? Am I bringing clarity in human perception? Am I cleaning the fog? Am I bringing clarity? Am I leading the caravan I was once I promised once that I would? And if I have not started that, what is stopping me? Is it self-doubt? Is it fear? Is it duality? Is it the feeling of agitation within me? These are the right kind of questions that you should ask every day. And if you are not there, then keep meditating. Keep listening to the wise words. 255 videos over there. It's a total transformation for you. And on Instagram. But do practical. Your words means nothing if there is no practical. That's the gist. Do not try to change others. Do not try to manipulate them so they can be the way you want them. No, it would never happen. You have no control on anything. Just change yourself. As Michael Jackson said in one of his songs, if you want to make this world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. That's it. It's very simple. I don't know what is so difficult that you are not following me. Meditation. You scared of me? You scared of me? I know you are. You are either scared of me or you are overwhelmed. If you understand, you are either scared of me or you are overwhelmed. You are scared of me. I have not even manifested what I really am, and you are scared of me. Now imagine if I did. Don't be scared of me. Be like me. Every human, if you understand, don't be scared of me, but be like me. Every human is perfectly and perfectly capable of getting here. I am a live example of that. Do you know how to sit straight? Do you know how to meditate? Simple meditation. We are not asking you to do Kriya, you humans. All right, let's perform that. Oh.